Hi guys, and welcome to day 7 of the handstand challenge. So what we're going to do is just go through a quick warm-up. Again, hopefully you should be in a habit of doing it, so I'm just going to add a few key points onto some of the movements that we've been doing. So we're going to go through wrists, shoulders and hamstring warm-up, and then we'll go through a quick buy-in in a second. So the buy-in, we're just going to kind of talk through the inchworm a little bit more. So what we're going to try and focus on in a lot of the exercises, we'll do leg lifts and inchworms. On the inchworm, what we want to try and do is make sure that we're not keeping this closed shoulder. When you kick it up into your handstand, if you're in this position, it's going to be really hard to maintain. There's going to be a lot more strain on the shoulders, so we want to try and open up a little bit more. So for the warm-up, just going to go through the inchworm and kick-ups, but this time just really try and open up your shoulders as much as you can, open your chest, so really pushing your chest through your arms as much as you physically can. So for today's skill work, what we're going to focus on is going back to crow pose. If you've got quite good at holding for maybe kind of like 20 to 30 seconds, what we want to try and do is start to learn to straighten out the arms. Now, bending your elbows softly kind of like gives you a little bit of an advantage when you're trying to learn to lean back in the handstand. But we want to try and learn to kind of like stack your elbows and balance from there. So things to be really important with is fingers straight forwards. Try and make sure your elbows are pointing behind you. Once you've got your knees onto your elbows, just trying to lock out as much as you can and lean forwards a little bit more. So for your workout, we've got 2 exercises. Number 1, we're going to start doing a little bit of bent arm work. So we're going to take your crow pose and we're going to try and lower yourself into position. So we're going to do a bent arm pike lower. So the goal is going to be start off in your pike position or your downward dog position. You're going to bend your knees, jump your knees in towards your chest and then lower as slowly as you can with your arms. I'll show you in a second. If you struggle with this, what you can do is pike push-ups. Get yourself kind of like, if you're struggling with the height, get yourself a pillow or an elevated platform. For the bent arm pikes, it's going to give you a little bit of a cushioning for your knees. And if you're doing your pike push-ups, it's going to give you a little bit of cushioning for your head. Last exercise is going to be gymnastics plank. So a couple of things that you really want to be focusing on here is the tilting of your pelvis. So we want to try and make sure, imagine we've got a belt line. We don't want to have our belt line tipping forwards. We want to try and have your hips pulled up towards your ribs as best you can. And the other one is shoulders. A lot of these exercises you really want to be thinking about pulling your shoulder blades apart. So we want to think about two things: is depression of the shoulders, yeah, and protraction, which is pulling the shoulder blades apart, pushing into the floor. So you're not going to look at like a straight plank. It's going to look a little bit more rounded than you would do if you're doing something like a hard style plank. Hands in your push-up position. Toes want to be pointing behind you. Come up as high as you can. Tuck your pelvis underneath and pulling your hips up towards your ribs. Pull your shoulder blades apart and really push into the floor. Stay nice and active. And we're going to do 30 seconds hold.